So we're taking shelter here in front of the mine because it is starting to pour out. So once the rain does let up, we're going to go across the stream to our next mine. Hey there everyone, welcome to a place called P. Joseph Rabb County Park here in Seven Valleys, Pennsylvania, specifically York County. And behind me are a bunch of people. Some of them you may be familiar with, most of them probably. And specifically Matt PG. He is the one who organized today's event. This was something he's been talking about for months, to do an exploration of a place that he visited once before with Jake and Becky. They wanted all of us to come check it out too, and to do some other things later today. So what we're going to be doing here is taking a walk hike about 30 minutes in and exploring an old iron mine. I do have a bit of information I'll be able to share with you guys once we do kind of get headed back there. I think there's a couple that are backgated off, but there's at least one, if not more, that we could go into. And I am properly prepared. I have a big light panel under you guys, a light here, another light in my pocket, and my headlamp too if I do need it. So without a doubt, we will be able to light up the mine if it is indeed dark in there, which typically they are. But being my first ever iron mine exploration, I'm really excited to see what it's like in there, see how it differs from a coal mine, which I've explored in the past, and to see what these guys think of it as well. So if you want to check out today's adventure, you know what to do. Just come along with us. All right, so we're headed to what is known as the York Iron Mine for the York Iron Company. It's the site of the last visible remains of an industry that had major impact on the southwest York County. Mine opened in 1854, the year iron ore was first discovered nearby, and was later purchased by York Iron. At the industry's height, 15 mines were in operation here, bringing hundreds of skilled miners from England and Wales. Rising prices and cheaper iron elsewhere caused the mines to close in 1888. So it operated for only 34 years, but what I've seen from Matt and Jake's visit there before is that the mine is pretty expansive, like a wide open hole. Not sure how far it goes in, but they did say that lights are going to be required. And I'm glad we're actually heading there because right now the wind's picking up, because you can probably hear, and it's starting to drizzle as well. It is an overcast, miserable day, but we are destined to head there and to explore it and find out what else we could discover.
Yeah, for sure.
So following the leader, which is Jake and Matt, we came to our first location here, which I believe is a ventilation shaft that is backgated. Based on the size of it, wouldn't be anything for a manway or for haulage, just for ventilation of the mine. So with RJ walking up there, I'll give you a good size comparison. Not very big, it's the size of a culvert pipe basically, but I do have a flashlight that shows pretty far, so once he's done we will shine the light and see what it looks like. And it's sitting in like a ravine here. Everything's been cut away. There's some rocky outcroppings there. It's stuck. Duck. Oh, so this goes down at a little bit of an angle here. Let's light it up. Oh, it opens up in there. Yeah, that goes pretty far back. There is water back there, and it opens up. So this is just a little ventilation shaft which goes into bigger workings. So what I can make out so far is that the ventilation shaft opens up into larger workings, which I can't tell the direction, but my assumption it goes across this way. Could possibly go deeper, but where we're headed though is going to be off down here, which may connect up to the main tunnel that we're going into. But the one good thing is we don't need to worry about the bad gases like you find in coal mines, like the methane, black damp, H2S, stuff like that. So at least this should be safer conditions, which is why it is open to the public as well. Rain is coming down a bit more now, so hopefully we don't get a washout here. But, oh, this one looks a bit more interesting. Much larger. This was definitely for haulage. Safe to assume by the size of it. Again, it's kind of cut into this rock face here, which is loaded up with some ferns, nature's carpet. All right, so with Jake standing there, you can see it is probably about 12 to 15 feet high. So it's a pretty good size opening. It is back gated, and they even have a bat up on top, which is pretty neat to see.
That cave.
And I'm sure they're not using this gate to get in there.
So there's a little bat. Now this has been gated off, so there is no way to get inside, but it is open for bats. I'm gonna stick you guys on the inside here. Hopefully we don't drop anything. And I'm gonna shine my light through there too.
Oh,
Yeah, wow. That resembles like a legit cave. You can see the formations up on top too. And it goes off in two different directions. There's a fork up there, so it goes to the right and left. Yeah, left side, it keeps going back. Oh, I would love to get in there. Hard rock mine. And I believe it was pig iron that they were mining out of here, but this was definitely a main tunnel, main drift here. I'm glad he brought the lighting so we could see further back. That is awesome. So we're taking shelter here in front of the mine because it is starting to pour out. So once the rain does let up, we're going to go across the stream to our next mine.
Why couldn't we have yesterday's weather?
All right, we got some thunder, but the rain is letting up. As we're making our way out, just showing you some of the drill markings here where they would have drilled and blasted to make way for the opening of this mine. But we're going to go across a little stream down here to the next one, which I believe is open, and we're definitely need some lighting to go inside there. Just made a quick discovery too on the rock face here. There looks like to be some limestone, possibly some calcite, but it is white and has like a pebbly, marbly look to it. So I'm believing that is limestone. So it may have been some of the material they were mining out of here besides just iron. Rain's not helping conditions either because these leaves are all wet and slick and like a skating rink.
That's directly below where we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did have a railroad that went through.
So Jake pointed out there is a man-made stone wall right there, and he said where we're going is right behind there. So that may have been something that was either walled off or type of retaining wall, but it's right along the stream's edge here. But we need to go down there and follow their direction. Definitely have to play it safe, and it's good that we're doing this as a group just in case anyone was to have any issues. But they did put a grate here which we're walking on, but unfortunately the water is kind of rising as we speak. Hopefully on the way back is not an issue. It is legit raining pretty steady right now, but we are trudging on. Camera gear is getting soaked, clothes are getting soaked, people are slipping and tripping, but thankfully we are just about here, and at least on the inside it should be dry. One thing I'm noticing around the area, I pointed out to the other people, is that there's a lot of depressions here, a lot of sinkholes, and this one goes down probably about 20 feet, so there could be subsidences in the area. And there is another rock cut here, which looks like there may have been another opening. Maybe when we come back out we'll check up here, but this definitely looks cut out compared to the rest of the landscape. But yeah, let's get inside where it's dry. Not the easiest path, not the original path to get into it, but we're walking on the edge of a little drop off here with some wet leaves, and we're going up to where Matt and RJ is. I think Jake's already up there. And you can see this is a big, massive open area. A lot of debris here in front of it, but it should go up and then go down, I believe. So once I get up there, we'll go inside. All right, so Jamie's hanging back to make sure we all come back out in one piece. Nick is the last one to make it up here. Some of them are inside, and I'm gonna be going inside once I get my lighting turned on and see how much we can really light this place up. But what I could tell, it's pretty big though. It's like almost like a big, it's almost like a big ballroom on the inside. All right, so I am partially on the inside now, and as I show you guys, this is amazing in here. Where they're standing, I'm gonna throw some more light on them. It is at least 20, 30 feet. Yeah, so they're standing down there, great size comparison. This is massive. And looks like it does continue up there. We may try to climb up there and keep going, but this is one of the largest opening man-made mines I've been in. Impressive. All right, so I made it down for the most part safely. Becky is struggling, but she's coming. But this build up here is obviously not how it used to be. It would have been a much more solid surface. But there's a lot of rock falling here. My goodness.
I think that keeps going.
I want to try to get up there.
The top part, that's that there is spring loaded. It's pretty sweet. And the bottom you have to pull out. So
Wow.
you use as a walking stick. Yep, that's what I do. Capture whatever they are on the bottom. Watch out some glass. Capture.
All right, well, it's time to say goodbye to the mine. Now, I had wanted to go up to the top, not only for my own curiosity, but to share with you guys what it looks like. Becky made it up there first and said that it's closed off. It doesn't go anywhere, so it's just a pocket up there. I did attempt to go up, but I changed my mind. I started sliding. I'm like, no, it's not worth the risk, especially since it doesn't go anywhere. So I believe the footage she got will be on Jake's channel, on his video. So if you want to see what that looks like, just go to his channel and check it out there. But we're going to get back out of the mine here and see what else there is to explore. So we all made it back out to the surface, and the area that I showed you earlier before we went inside, which I thought was another mine area, is indeed another mine opening. There's a bunch of debris, rockfall up on top. Jake said there's a little opening, only a few feet wide for him, maybe big enough to squeeze into. Definitely not big enough for me, but we don't know what the conditions are like, so we're not going to try going inside. But at one point there was another mine opening here, which is for the most part filled up. But you can see it is a big cutaway area, big rock cut section for another mine shaft or type of tunnel. But it's a neat area though. We're going to see what else there is around here. I do know there's trails going up in different directions. And Randy may have thought too there might be another shaft over there based on the landscape. And there's a little pathway here too. Still raining out. Now this comes over to the creek, which we crossed. Yeah, there's trails going up in different directions. I'm pretty certain we would find remnants of more mines. Also on the map too, there was a diagram of a railroad that was in the area. Probably was in connection with the mine here to train out all the material that they excavated from the mines. So we came down from up there where the big mine is. Up here is where the gated one is that we showed earlier, just to get you into perspective as to where we are. And I just found this here, which looks to be a man-made wall. It is all stacked stone, and it looked like at one point did go in. I did shine my flashlight. It's kind of backfilled, but I'm pretty certain this is all hand stacked, either as a attempt to seal it off or something would have been here at one point, but that definitely stands out as man-made. And RJ did spot too, this area where we're standing right here is part of the old rail bed. There's some ballast on the ground there, so the train line that I mentioned earlier came through this way, and we're able to confirm that. So we're all putting our heads together. Earlier I showed you that stone wall right there at the edge of the stream there. Mine's behind it, and that's kind of in line with this wall right here that I showed you. So at one point there may have been some type of stone structure or a type of bridge or something here to connect right up to the mine over to this shaft over here, whether it's for rail or for ore carts or even for mules or for workers themselves. But we are kind of slowly piecing together different pieces of the area, trying to make sense of what they were used for, why they're still standing here. All right, guys, so we do have a little bonus location for you. Myself, Randy, RJ, and Matt are heading up here to something that Jake found, which he believes to be an abandoned car. Now, the rest of the people are walking back up towards the cars. We're gonna meet up with them, but we are nearing the car location and not sure what to expect, but head over there and check it out. For some reason, we keep coming across abandoned cars and abandoned washing machines. Myself, Jake, and RJ did earlier this year, and makes you wonder why it's out here, how it got here. Looks like a wagon. It's a 4-door. There's the tailgate. Had red interior. Looks like the motor is gone. There's one of the valve covers. Now RJ stands at Ford, so he would know best. Got some bullet holes in it. Yeah, there's the red leather interior.
No, that's Ford, because it's got the Ford support in it. It's a Ford because the tail lights on the back.
Hey, what's that on top? Is that a radio?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is. That's an old...
Oh, it's a boomy box.
Radio. There's an old transistor radio you found.
All right, where are we going on vacation? This is more or less a dump back here. There's bottles, garbage, scrap metal, tires. But again, how did it get here and why was it left here? Answers we probably will never find out. All right, guys, we're nearing back to the parking lot where we started today's video, and that was a really awesome experience. First, a big thanks to Matt for inviting myself and the others out here to experience a abandoned iron mine. Of course, when we're done now, the rain has stopped. I am soaking wet, as is everyone else, but it made for a memorable experience. Unfortunately, the mine didn't go in very far. I was hoping to at least go in maybe down a tunnel or shaft, but Becky was brave enough to climb up top and said it just dead-ended. So it was just one big open room, which was still cool in its own right. I'd never been in a mine before this, so expansive and wide and tall, easily 20 to 30 feet, if not higher. Also, too, the bonus find, the abandoned car, was pretty neat. RJ did confirm, because he is very good with that type of information. It's a 62 Ford Galaxy wagon. Hopefully I got that right. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's adventure. I will try to link everyone's videos down below like I always do. And there are other things planned for today, which you may or may not see in future videos. But anyways, I want to thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us, and for joining us for today's adventure into my very first abandoned iron mine. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video.